In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I set up my ThinkorSwim for day trading in 2025. But real quick, as always, if you guys do find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. Okay, so by default, as soon as you open ThinkorSwim, it's going to look just like this. Now this setup is very ugly. So let me show you how to set this up ideally for day trading. First off, head on over here, find your quick chart and find this button, click it and delete gadget. You can keep the watch list if you want, but then head up to Trader TV, same thing, show actions menu, delete, live news, same thing. I personally delete it, but I mean, if you want to keep it, you can. But here's how I keep mine. And personally, I just have a watch list for the stocks that I like to day trade. So, I mean, they're pretty much all already here besides a few names. But if you do want to add any more watch lists, just head on down here where it says add gadget, click the plus button and then watch list. And you can edit it and then add or remove any symbols that you don't want. So now as far as setting up the charts, what we want to do is we want to head on up here where it says charts and click that. So by default, whenever you type in a ticker symbol like SPY, it is going to look just like this. So now from here, what we want to do, head on over to where your watch list is and find this very tiny arrow and make sure you click it so that way the chart is larger. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make this chart look a little bit better. So head on up here where it says chart settings, click this cog icon, and then find the tab that says appearance. Now, as far as candles, I mean, it's personal preference, but I like to see mine filled on the green. Once you do that, just click apply. And then also where it says volume bars, I like to keep mine the same color as candles. So make sure you select color as symbol ticks and click apply. Now, the other thing that I don't like is when the candles are right up against the side right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the price axis tab right there. Or sorry, it's going to be in time axis. Go to expansion area and then I set mine to 10. And then what you're going to do is click apply. So now we have that space between the last candle and the price over here. Now, another thing I do not like is having this like this little checker in the back of the chart. So again, what we want to do is we want to head on over to, I believe it's appearance, head down here where it says grid, show grid lines, and we want to make sure that's unchecked and then click apply. So that's how I like to keep the chart. Now, personally, what I am going to use this window for is going to be just doing higher time frame analysis. So when I am doing higher time frame analysis, the only two indicators that I use are the 21 exponential moving average and then the TTM squeeze. So just type those in, click add selected, and then click apply. In order to change this moving average from the 9 to the 21, we're going to head on over to this gear icon, click that, go to length, and then we are going to input 21. And I personally make mine white. So head down to this color, click it, make sure it's white. And then I like to make the width about 2 or 3, click OK. And then click apply. Then if you want to shrink the volume or the TTM squeeze or any other indicators that you want to put down here, just find this little section where your mouse turns into this little arrow and then just pull it down. That's personally what I like to do, have it something like that. But this is where I overall do my higher time frame analysis. So I'll typically start on like a weekly or a monthly, break it down to a daily, 4 hour, and then 1 hour. So the way that you're going to change your time frames, so head up here to where this little blue highlight section is and find this part right here where it says time frame setup. Click on that and you can select your time frames here. Now, if you want to add any time frames, you'll just click customize list, add time frame, and then you can choose the time interval. So maybe you want 5 years worth of data on a monthly expiration, and then you'll just add that. Click apply, okay, head back up to your time frame setup, and then you can see that you can change your time frame. So again, this is where I do my analysis, find my higher time frame levels, supply and demand, Fibonacci, support and resistance, or any other key levels in the market. So I have 3 monitors. Typically what I do is I keep this exact setup on the monitor that you guys see. So I can get like a higher time frame perspective of the overall market. But also intraday, I just have a very clean chart of the 5-minute setup. So this chart stays right here. But now as far as the other screens, what we're going to do is we're going to head up here to where it says charts. And then right next to it, you can see that we have this flexible grid. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this flexible grid. Actually, hold on. Let's go back. Let's click chart. And what we want to do is we want to right click. We want to go to style. And then we want to save style as, and we could just name it setup for this example. And then we're going to click save. So now head back to your flexible grid. And what we are going to do is we're going to set up my left screen where I have 8 different charts. That way I can watch everything on one screen instead of flipping back and forth from QQQ to SPY to Amazon, etc. So by default, it should look just like this. Now what we're going to do is we are going to find this middle icon right here, and we are just going to click on that. That is going to add another chart. Now go to this upper section right here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click once, head over here, click twice, head over here, and click it one more time. So now we have 8 different charts. So typically the way that I have this all laid out is I'll have SPY right here, QQQ right here, 2 individual names that I'm going to be watching throughout the day. So let's just say I'm watching Amazon and Nvidia. It varies. Sometimes I just keep Bitcoin up here, or maybe a swing trade that I'm watching. So maybe let's just say I'm watching a swing trade on Google, and then I'll have SPX, ES, and then finally NQ. So now what we want to do, instead of having to go back and change all the settings on every single one of these charts, is right click, head back down to style, find load style, and then find the one that we named setup. And you can see that it automatically just did everything for us. Now to get rid of all of these annoying little boxes, just head up here to where it says show grid actions, click on that, and then uncheck customize grid. So now we're going to do the same thing on every chart, right click, load style, and then setup, right click, style, load setup. So now that we have all of that done on all 8 of these charts, now what we're going to do is we are going to add our indicators. Now the indicators that I use intraday is going to be the 8 exponential moving average, the 21 exponential moving average, and then VWAP. So type in EXP, find moving average exponential, add 2 of those. Make sure your first one is the 8 EMA, so set your length to 8. And I personally make this one, this like pinkish purple, make the width 2. And then the second one, again, we're going to make the 21 and we're going to make it white. And then we're going to make the width 2. Now, after that, you want to type in VWAP, find that, add selected, go into the settings, go to upper band and make sure that the show plot is unchecked. The lower band, show plot unchecked. But then for VWAP, I just personally make this orange. And again, I set the width to 2. And then we'll click apply. So now I have the indicators that I like to use intraday. So now once we have that, what we're going to do is right click, go to studies, save study set, and then again, call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it setup. And then we're going to click save. So now instead of adding all the moving averages over and over again, taking forever to do it, just right click on your next chart, go to studies, load studies, find setup, and there you go. And again, we're going to do the same thing on every single chart. Okay. So now that we have all of that pulled up on all 8 of the charts, just keep in mind with SPX, you cannot pull a VWAP. That's why you don't see it, but all these other charts do have this. Now to put this on the other screen is what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to where it says show actions menu, click on that and find this button right here that says detach. So now what this is going to do is put this on its own separate window. So if you do have multiple screens, you can now put this on a different screen. That way you can see the 8 things that you're watching in the overall market on one computer. So now you have this where you can do your higher time frame analysis and just have one simple chart that you can see larger. And then you also have this where you can see everything in one quick glance. So now finally, the way that I set up my middle monitor is if we go back to flexible grid, we're going to go up here to where the show grids actions, and then we're going to click customize grid. Now we're going to delete this one by clicking this third button right here. We're going to delete this one as well, this one as well, and this one as well. Now we're just going to go ahead and delete one more, and then we are going to add one below this. Now also what we want to do is we want to increase the size of the one in the middle and the one all the way to the left. I'd say something probably like this is how I have it set up. Okay, so now what we want to do is this is where I like to focus in on one specific stock and watch a smaller time frame. So we want to find this symbol link button right here, and we want to make both of these red. So now whenever I switch this from Amazon, let's just say to QQQ, both of these are going to switch. Now what I'll do is I have this one set to the 5-minute time frame and then the second one to the 15-minute time frame. And again, we're going to take this off. So just click show actions menu, uncheck customize grid. Same thing down here. We are going to set this to red. And then again, go to your style, load the setup that we ended up saving earlier. And personally on this one right here, I do not use any indicators because I set this one to the 2-minute time frame. I just don't like indicators on the 2-minute time frame. I think they're very misleading. I really only use the 2-minute to snipe entries. So I'll keep the indicators on the 5 and 15-minute, but then I use this 2-minute to get sniper entries, which if you guys are interested in that, I have tons of videos on my channel showing you guys on how to do that. But now this one up here, what I do is I actually unselect the chart and I click on active trader. Now this is where I pull up my options, and this is how I quickly get in and out of trades. So in order to pull up options, what we're going to do is we're going to find this symbol table right here. So just this arrow, click that, click options, and then type in whatever symbol you're watching. Let's just say SPY. And then the options are going to pop up right here. Left side is your calls, right side is your puts. Let's just say I'm watching calls. Boom, I'll click that. Now all we want to do is click this down button right here and we can edit our quantity. If you want to buy multiple contracts, just simply click the plus button or minus button if you want to buy less. Make sure your auto send is on. That's all there is to it. All I really do is buy market and sell market, especially because I really only trade SPY and QQQ. So market orders you can get away with. So this is how I have my middle monitor set up. Now again, what we're going to do is head up here to where it says show actions menu, click this, and then click detach. So now what I'll do is take this screen and put it on my middle monitor. And that's how I have my ThinkorSwim set up for day trading. So again, on the right side, which is this monitor that you guys see right here, this is where I do my higher time frame analysis. So I like to keep it very clean, find my supply and demand, Fibonacci levels, support and resistance, or any other key levels. And then when I'm trading intraday, just have it on a 5-minute time frame. That way I just have one big screen of the setup I'm watching. Then this is my middle monitor right here, where I have my 5-minute and 15-minute of the one stock that I am watching very closely, as well as the 2-minute time frame to get any sniper entries. And then my active trader, which is right here. That way I can get in and out of positions very quickly. And then finally, we have my other monitor, which has the 8 stocks that I am watching throughout the day. That way I don't have to keep flipping back and forth between setups. I can just get a clear picture of everything that I'm watching on one screen. But that is going to wrap up this video on how I have my ThinkorSwim set up for day trading in 2025. If you guys did find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.